Hey, my name is Bill Gagne, and in this video, we're going to talk about how long it takes to finish your basement. Now, before you go telling your significant other that this is going to take 2 weeks, I want to give you a realistic expectation of how long it takes a pro to do it, a general contractor with subcontractors, before you hear that certain someone in your life going, how much longer is this going to take? So full disclaimer, we're going to talk about is using a general contractor who uses subcontractors to finish a 500 square foot basement with a 3-piece bathroom that is already roughed in, meaning the pipes are in the ground, and they are going to use subcontractors for most of the work. Now, we did a previous video breaking down the step-by-step overview of what it takes to finish your basement. So we're going to use those phases going through to put a time to every phase and then give you an actual how long this takes at the end, right? So first and foremost, there's going to be no demo. So if you're doing demo, you got to add time for that. In this case, we're going to start with subfloor, which is going to take you about 1 day for a 500 square foot basement. You do framing. So you're going to be framing up a bedroom, a bathroom, and then an open area and all the back framing for that. So we're going to say that's going to take you 2 to 3 days. Next is going to be your electrical rough-in, pot lights, plugs, switches, bathroom fan, and so forth. Expect that to take 2 days for an electrician to do it. Next is your plumbing rough-in. So that's finishing everything that's above ground, your water lines, your drains, putting everything where they finally need to be before the drywall goes on. Expect that to take 1 day. We're only going to put one trade in at a time. It's only a 500 square foot basement. We're not going to ram people in to power it through. We're expecting a Monday to Friday work week, 40 hours a week, not working nights, not working weekends, just a basic regular work week in this timeline. Next is going to be your HVAC, your heat runs, your return airs, venting the bathroom fan if you have it. That's going to take a day. It won't take a full day, but we're going to allot a day because what if they arrive late? What if somebody's a little bit longer the day before? One trade, 1 day, that's what we're doing as a minimum. Now that you've got your rough-ins and your mechanicals all done, we're going to do some soundproofing. So we're going to put soundproofing insulation in the ceiling. That's going to be a day. It's not a full day. If you are going to insulate your walls, so insulate, vapor barrier, tuck tape, and so forth, add another day. Are you going to need to get inspection? That's a day, depending on what your municipality is requiring, and so forth. So we've got all of those. Now we're going to get to the longest phase out of all of them, which is drywall. So there's going to be hanging board and taping. So because you got to get everything down, expect drywall hanging the board itself to take 1 to 2 days, with bulkheads and so forth. It's not an easy space to work in. So 1 to 2 days. And then your tapes are the longest thing to do. So there's multiple coats. You're looking at anywhere from 5 to 8 business days to get that done because everything has to dry. That's if everything goes well. We're going under the assumption that everything goes well. Now that you've got the tapes done, you're ready for paint. So you're going to prime, you're going to coat the ceiling twice, you're going to coat the walls twice, and you have to paint your doors and your trim. So we tend to paint those before they go on and then paint them again once we fill the nail holes and stuff. So you're going to be doing 4 doors. That takes some time. So your painting phase will be 2 to 3 working days for that to get done. You want to prime ceilings. Next day, you're going to do walls, 2 coats, and then you're doing the trim, 3 days. Pretty easy. Paint's done. Now we're going to do floor. Okay, here's another phase that's going to take some time. Now, if you're going to tile your bathroom, that adds time. So whether you're doing luxury vinyl plank or you're doing carpet in the main areas, that's only a day. The tile is what's going to take a long time. So tile needs scratch coat sometimes. It will need to lay the tile, grout, and potentially silicone. So depending on if you're just tiling the floor and you're putting in a shower kit, or you're doing a tub and tile, you're doing a shower and tile, expect it to be anywhere from 3 to 8 business days. If you are doing a fully tiled shower with a shower base and all of that and the waterproofing, expect to tiling of your bathroom to take about 8 days. That's the longest that will take. Now, we've got the floors done. It's time for doors. Doors are something that take a long time. If you're doing them from scratch, basements, you're going to have to shave the doors in a lot of cases. We've got 3 rooms. We've got your main room, you've got a bathroom, you've got a bedroom. So there's 2 doors there. More than likely, you're going to have a door under your closet, and you're going to have a door under your stairs, not under your closet. And then you're going to have a closet. So the closet, you have 4 doors total. Expect your doors to take 2 hours apiece, maybe a little bit less. You're going to do all your doors in one day, and then you have your trim. So your casings and your baseboard, that's going to be 2 days minimum, maybe add another day. So 2 to 3 days for just your trim. It's a lot of finicky work. You got to saw downstairs and all of that. Now that that's all on, you have your electrical finish where they come in and they put in the plugs, the switches, the pot lights, the light fixtures. That's a day at least, maybe a little bit more, but we'll call it a day. We'll call it a really long day. Your plumbing finish is putting in your toilet, your vanity, your faucet, your shower fixture, done. So that's another day. HVAC finish, there's no real finish. They're just putting plates on, so that's like 30 minutes. Typically, the guy doesn't even show up. We end up doing it. So it's not really something I include. So that's your full phases of what you've done. So if we go through the days, you're looking at anywhere from 5 to 7 weeks, assuming everything goes perfect and everybody shows up on time. 5 to 7 weeks. So you're looking at 25 days. No, 5 to 7 weeks. 5 days in a week. So you're looking at anywhere from 25 to 35 working days at 8 hours a day. Let's do the math on that. That's a lot of hours, right? So you're not doing that in 2 weeks if you've done this on your own. So have realistic expectations about what you can and can't get done in what timeline. That way you're not beating yourself up when it doesn't go as fast. I am a big proponent of paying somebody to do the drywall. That is the longest phase. And if you've never done it before, it's going to take a long time. If you aren't going to do it by hiring somebody and you want to do it yourself, have at her. Just realize it's a long time. Other things you want to consider in your timeline that aren't included in there are what we call logistics. You have to go pick up the materials. You got to load them all in. You want to include some cleanup time because clean work sites are safer work sites and they are smoother run work sites. So you're going to spend time cleaning up. You're going to spend time setting up your tools, taking down your tools. These are all parts of it that we call logistics. That's going to impose on some of your time. The times I gave you are just for doing it, not for getting everything there. So keep that in mind. You're going to have to go to your local supplier to get the drywall, to get the 2x4s, to get the subfloor. So all of that should come into play. Does that fit with what you were thinking, or do you still think you're going to get that done in 2 weeks? Typically, we add in a lot of loose time. So somebody says, hey, I want to do a basement. Our words to them are expect anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks if there's no bathroom, from 8 to 10 weeks if there is a bathroom. If they are doing a basement apartment, which is something we'll discuss at a later date, that is definitely much longer because you have fire rating to consider, a kitchen, a separate laundry. There's a lot more work in getting in a basement apartment, but there's an income that comes from that. But we'll cover that at another date. I want to wish you some good luck on your project, and I'll see you on the next one.